There's a circle, and you're given the area. So whatever you're given, write the formula for it. A equals pi r squared. Write it down, know it, memorize it. You'll need it for your test. You can't do these problems without it. And if you're given A is 700, then plug in 700. And what you want to do is get the r squared by itself. To get r squared by itself, you divide both sides by pi. And when you do that, the pi's cancel out, and you're left with 700 pi. To get just r instead of r squared, you need to find the square root of both sides, which leaves you with an r. And then we're going to leave this as just the square root of 700 over pi right now. But notice what you're solving for. You're solving for c. C is circumference. So in order to do that, you need the formula for c, which is 2 pi r. And you're going to plug in this value here where you see the r. So it'll be 2 pi and then times that value. Now to type this in on a calculator, the easy way is to do the parentheses first. So what you need to do is inside of the parentheses, it's going to be this part here. That's a green pointer, which doesn't help right now. There we go. Do the inside of this first. So hit second x squared and then 700, divide by, and put the pi symbol in, put a right-hand parenthesis in there, and you should come back with 14.927 and on out. But now you have to finish the rest of the problem. You have to multiply by 2 pi. So just hit times 2 pi and round to the tenths place. What should you get?
93.8.
Yeah, it should be 93.8. So you're given the area, but this time you have to find the diameter. So whatever you're given, that's what you're going to have to use the formula for. So if you're given A is 450, you need the area formula. Pi r squared. And now plug in the 450 for A. And you want to get r squared by itself. To do that, you must divide both sides by what? Pi. So when you divide by pi, the pi's cancel out, and you're left with what on the right side? On the right side. R squared. And on the left, it'll just be 450 over pi. What do I do to both sides to get r instead of r squared? Square root. And I'm left with what on the right side? R. On the left side, it's just going to be the square root of 450 over pi. Notice what you're solving for. Diameter. We just found the radius. What do I do to the radius to get the diameter? Times it by 2. But first, let's evaluate what this is. So hit second x squared, 450, and divide by pi. Right-hand parenthesis. And you should come up with 11.968 and on out. But remember the rule, we're going to round first and then multiply by 2. So what is 11.96 rounded? Yeah, it's going to be 12. So now we multiply the 12 by 2 to get the diameter of 24. You have area, so you need 252.3 and set it equal to pi r squared, and then divide both sides by pi, and cancel the pi's, be left with r squared, and 252.3 over pi. So now you need the square root of both sides. Leaves you with r on this side, and let's just leave this square root of 252.3 over pi. You're looking for c. C is 2 pi r, and we just found r. So c is 2 times pi times r, which is now the square root of 252.3 over pi. Now you have to multiply that out. The first thing you do is second x squared, and then 252.3 divide by pi, right hand parenthesis, hit enter, leave it alone, and then hit times 2 pi. Round to the tenths place, you should come up with 56.3. Now the area is 963.25, and you set that equal to pi r squared because you have area, and then divide both sides by pi. Pi's cancel out. You're left with 963.25 over pi and r squared on the right. You're going to need the square root of both sides to get r, and then we'll leave this as 963.25 over pi under the square root sign. We're looking for diameter, so you just have to multiply it by 2. So we will do second x squared to get the square root sign. 963.25 divide by pi, right hand parenthesis, and you'll get 17 and some change, but you have to round that now. And we'll make that 17.5. Multiply that by 2 to get the diameter. 17.5 times 2 should turn out to be 35.
When you round up to 18?